Welcome to another edition of Africa Sideways, and we've got another not so scenic tour for you today. Last one seemed to do quite well, so now we're going through Lavender Hill, the gang ravaged area of Lavender Hill, I say sadly. This is on the Cape Flats, probably one of the most dangerous suburbs, if not the most dangerous suburb in Cape Town. And this is at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it still gets a bit hairy, quite hairy. It's actually very hairy later on in this video. You're gonna have to stick around and see what happens, but this is sort of the better part. Houses here go for I was looking online, and a house here is 700,000 rand in this part. Sad story with this area. It was a part of Group Areas Act apartheid, where people were moved in here from District 6 in particular, and that really ripped apart the fabric of the community and the leadership and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's quite a sad story, Lavender Hill. I mean, it sounds like an idyllic place, but it's far from that, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very high crime rate, violent crime. Not a nice place at the best of times. Here we are going through the back roads. This is the residential area. As I say, houses here are over 500,000 rand. It's amazing how much prices have gone up. People are pretty friendly around here, I must say. We're in the X Trail today, which is nice. It doesn't draw quite as much attention to yourself as the strawberry. On and on we go. You can see the sand dunes in the background. The whole Cape Flat used to be sand dunes but it was difficult getting across there with ox wagons. The colonialists, I think it was the British, decided to plant Australian wattles and such like trees. Most of them have been cut down now to solidify the sand into something they can work with. But anyway, that was a long time ago. And since the 50s, this has been an area, and in the last 30 years, there's been a lot more informal settlements, shacks pulling in, which we'll drive past a section in a while. So it really is a tale of two cities, Cape Town. You can see the mountain in the background. There's some extremely wealthy areas, and then there's some really desperate areas. But yeah, here's the informal settlement starting on the left. There's even little roads and whatnot. It's very narrow there, and you got to know your limitations. I wouldn't recommend anybody to be driving around here per se. As you can tell from what happens later on in the video, it all kicks off. But when I'm watching YouTube, I don't like people to give too much away in the beginning, and I ain't gonna do that. More side streets of Lavender Hill. Home of a couple of Cape Town's most notorious gangs. I was reading an interesting thesis from a Stanford University graduate who was talking about that the crime in this area is bigger than just crime. It's really an economy. It's part of the community, unfortunately. A lot of money involved in it, but there's a lot of good hard-working people here that just want a peaceful life and want the cops to do more. There's also now more law enforcement protection, you could say. Nice cell phone tower there if you're into your 5G. So I'm basically just meandering around the back streets of Lavender Hill at the moment. 9 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, people going to work. Actually, sadly, a lot of people aren't working. It's not ideal. If you can, as we drive through here, you'll see a lot of people are just standing around, sitting around, waiting for the weekend to roll around. Couple left, China. X-Trail's like a tank going through here. I want to get a dash cam here so you can hear my commentary in the cab, and also I can be more sort of inconspicuous without the camera on the car. But you want the footage? I gotta get out there and do it. Please do not do this at home. These areas are for locals only. Certainly at night time when people are full of alcohol, this area will be different. I can tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. Alcohol and drugs, sadly. This is quite a tuk centre. Used to be Mandrax. I'm not sure if there's crack in here. Heroin's not really so big. Not that I'm really an expert. A lot of cannabis, you can be sure of that. Okay, so that's the better part of town. Beautiful day in Cape Town. Spring is certainly in the air. Walking a little child. Oh, very chilled, yeah. Hello, doggy. Get all sorts, yeah. Okay, so now we're getting more into, what's this now? Slightly rougher. Lawrence. See a lot of shacks popping up. 16% of residents are informal dwellers. Which is quite a thing in Cape Town. Ominous cloud. So all these tenement blocks on the left were built in the 50s. And then you get a nice suburban thing on the left, but then on the right, this is the heart of it. This is where it all happens. A lot of activity on the right. Wouldn't necessarily want to be driving around here after dark, that's for sure. And let's take a drive through here and see. This is get a bit of a sketchy feeling now. You know, you could get blocked in at the one side. This feels very, very sketchy here. In for a penny, in for a pound. There we go. Putting on a bit of whaley now. It is all happening. Something's happening, I'm not quite sure, but people are definitely walking with some intent. So yeah, even at just after 9 o'clock on a Friday morning, it's tense in the air. The residential area, it's pretty chilled, but here by the tenement blocks, very, very different story. This is the Ganglands. Nice cross there on that house. There is a Christian element here as well, trying to help people, work with them. Work with the gangsters. There's a ceasefire program, so the area does have its socio-economic problems from its history and other things. I mean, this is a classic example. This is now on the other side of the street. Nice houses here. Very neat. Everybody's mowing their lawn. Now, it looks like really suburban living, where it's like 200 meters to the right. It's a very, very different existence. You can see the M5 highway there on the left and the Table Mountain in the background. I mean, it's prime real estate. If you look at it from a long-term game, if people could just sort themselves out. I don't know how you do that, but anyway, leadership, we need mentors in these areas. And, you know, the right skills, people doing their passions, all that good stuff. Okay, this looks a little sketchy. I'm going to let you hear the audio from outside now. The skit means they shoot. The old lady's telling us to turn around. In my 20s I would have ignored her, but I decided to turn around. Something just doesn't feel right here. You can hear the gunshot there. Boom! Let's get the F out of here. We ain't in Kansas no more. There's a friggin' gunfight going on up there. So now we're gonna try and get the ship out of here. There's law enforcement. We're behind enemy lines here. So now I don't know this area. How am I gonna get out of here? I'll take a right. This area looks biggish road. Oh, more gunshots. I'm not gonna go down here, we need to turn around. Oh, that is hectic. Let's get the fuck out of here. So yeah, this is Lavender Hill, living up to its name. On a Friday morning, not even 9:30, and there's a gunfight happening here. So this is no joke. This is probably the most dangerous suburb or definitely one of the most dangerous suburbs in Cape Town. There's a few other ones which I will be showing you in due course. I'm showing you the good drives, I'm showing you the bad drives, the beauty and the beast. It's all good. This is Cape Town. A lot of good people living here, and a lot of misguided people that need Jesus in their life. Well, you could say that and whatever else. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another drive in the books. Let me know what you think, comments and queries. We will catch you next time on Africa Sideways. Peace.